For the first ever Counter-Strike 2 major, North America have only one team representing their region, Complexity.
And Complexity are going to Copenhagen!
Today we're breaking down how Complexity earned their spot at the first ever Counter-Strike 2 major against Liquid, and how North America was failed by an unfair system. Complexity has started the match with a flaming hot 2-0 start, but round 3 is key for both teams. Complexity are going into what we would call a bonus round, since after winning the pistol and the next round, you will be met in round 3 where the opposite team will have better guns than you, and you will rather use this round to save money for next. If you lose it, it's fine, and if you win it, it sets you up very well for the 2 next rounds. Well, for Liquid, they need to turn it around, since losing this round after investing all of your money is never ideal. That would force you to save in round 4 and then go for a weaker buy than Complexity in round 5. Well, Complexity have been able to build a bank. But then I need to ask something, why does KDN only have a P250 and utility, and $2,700 left in the bank, and not for an AK? I can see the point of saving for an AWP, but to go into such a crucial round with a low buy to save for an AWP for round 5 is insane to me. I actually got to ask KDN about this himself. So why did you low buy on such a crucial round in round 3? Thanks. Liquid are going for a fast B take, and here they are sending all 5 players towards B. Liquid will early on smoke con door from spawn. This is done to not worry about the door when going into water, since the usual play from the CT side is to nade the door open so the top con player can hold towards water. And then they will Molotov short to make sure Complexity can't contest water control. So with 2 pieces of utility, they have been able to force Complexity to give away water, and then smoking ABC in heaven. While Complexity this round have 2 MP9s, and for them it's all about playing close and try to have as much impact as possible with the worst guns. Here Complexity are going for a weaker default with 3 players going B and 2 towards A, where the A players will smoke here towards middle to make sure Liquid are stuck, since they will add 2 Molotovs as well to the smoke. This is done so you can walk up in middle if you want, or just to stop any fast pushes, and set up a player in some off angle towards middle, as well as smoking Monster to force Liquid to push through it. Liquid are going fast as I said. Maybe too fast, and we can see here Naf is running out into Liquid short Molotov, as well as being fully blinded by his teammate's flash. So here we can clearly see there were some miscommunication or timings in this round, as well as Complexity are not expecting this fast play. And we can see here Grim and JT are going for the boost top site, since Complexity early on Molotov water to force Liquid to wait behind the Molotov, but here Liquid smoked it, so they will not waste their own Molotov on short. As well as Complexity have 1 towards Monster, and here this player is able to find 2 Liquid players running up on site before JT is killed. But something to pay attention to in this round is Grim. He is on top of the boost with the M4, but when Liquid flashes and running down, look at the map, only Nuff and Ykinder is able to get out, and they are both blinded, so they are not able to hear or see Grim jump down into water. And after the Monster player from Liquid are getting to site and can trade, Grim activates. He's the unknown entity in the round, and here from water he finds 3 kills, since Liquid's spacing is so off. And in the end, KDN alone with a P250 does not look too dumb, since I doubt he would have won a 1v3 with an AK, maybe with an AWP as he's known for, and Complexity wins their bonus, keeping 3 players alive.
Naf's got the intent, flashbangs flying through, he's running through the mollies but full blind. It's Floppy and JT that combine, skulls and twists trying to provide an outlet, but it's Grim. He stands tallest on that bomb site.
Round 5 and the bonus has paid off. Liquid is back to a full buy, but have no money left in the bank. And here I'm starting to see a pattern. KDN again is on a weaker buy and have a lot of money left in the bank. We are at the moment going into a meta where the AWP might not be as impactful, so to see KDN waste these full buys on saving for an AWP is heartbreaking. While Complexity has gotten a very comfortable start, with 2 players with over 7k in the bank and the rest on full buys with some money to spare. And this is the power of winning the bonus round. Complexity starts the round with 3 players towards A, where they will use a Molotov towards ramp, 1 smoke behind it, and then they fail the last Molotovs that's supposed to go to playground, to force the playground player to wait it out. Since if he would have smoked the first Molotov in ramp, he would still have to wait out the other Molotov. And then they have sent 2 players to B, where one will smoke Monster tunnel from spawn, before he goes to B side to hold Monster, and the other will jump spot towards short from the sandbags and Molotov the tunnel opening for short. While Liquid are going for 1 player towards ramp, who will smoke the Molotov and push playground. 1 in spawn throwing this smoke for the Molotov on short, and then he will go and join his teammates on Monster. And they will have 2 going into connector. And here many might wonder why do the CT throw this Molotov, since it's $600 worth of utility, only to be removed by a $300 smoke. Well, the best nade for both teams are smokes, especially for the T side, since these are crucial for executes and winning map control. So here the CT side are willingly allowing the Ts to waste a smoke, rather than them wasting the smoke to take map control. And for the reason it's worth molotoving short, only for the Ts to give away their play and a smoke. Complexity's 3 A players are already in middle, and here Elige with the best spawn wants to use the ramp smoke for something good. Here he will flash himself towards middle and allows him to get fountain control. And here Elige probably thought the playground molotov hit, and he goes to peek, but due to the molotov missing, he will be met by a Kinder, finding a great kill and opening up the round for Liquid. And this is an issue for Complexity. They will now have 2 players stranded due to Elige not getting this opening kill. And Liquid knows this, as they will pull Naf out of ramp to join them in con, as well as molotoving top con to not allow any Complexity players any information about Connector. But this molotov allows Complexity just enough time to slip away, with one running back to Banana and the other towards long, since Liquid rather want to wait out for the short player in Naf to join them in con before taking mid control with Kinder. And quickly Liquid realizes they will not be able to win mid. And we can see the bomb is heading back towards Monster instead. And here Liquid set up for a B take, with these utility for Heaven, a flash short, and a good nade on the corner, since this flash usually forces the Monster player to go back to the wall. A great concept you can use in your game is to understand how utility makes a player move. Like, look at Floppy. He is alone on B, so this flash and smoke combo forces him to react, and he does this with a spray, and here just gives away where he's playing from and why Liquid nails this nade onto him. But Complexity wants to win back some map control, and here we can see they rethrow the Monster smoke, as well as Hulzerk is heading towards long to find some map control and maybe a kill. Liquid goes for the default execute with a molotov towards barrel, a flash over Monster, but Floppy is ready, or wait, the whole Complexity team is ready, since Hulzerk is getting so much crucial information about how Liquid are set up. And here JT flashes on the timing of Liquid's flash, and Floppy gets swing to find one kill, but Liquid still has the man advantage, and now they are running out of utility. They kind of have to go for the execute here, even though Floppy spotted 3 of them. And Grim again pulls off a masterclass of playing around the pillar, as well as Liquid spacing is just awful, and nets Complexity a crucial round.
What's this hit?
Gonna be late on those come through. That flashbang is good, but it's only the one that comes through for Floppy. Still JT and Grim into the side, and Grim finds the first before they can even get through the door. Grim continuing to lock down B. JT swings through for his and even a follow-up.
Cadian finally got this up. So is this the difference maker that was worth ruining 2 full buys for? Well, let's see. Liquid again full buys and have no money left. And this is an issue. They lost the last full buy. So to retail and buy again might be a problem, especially when you see their buy. 1 op, 1 Mac 10, 1 Galil and 2 AKs. And some utility where they have prioritized smokes and molotovs. Complexity again are just slowly building up a bank with a full buy in this round again. Complexity are going for the default 2A using these utility towards middle and 3 on B, smoking off Monster and water. While Liquid are going for 1 smoke on short, 1 molotov on short, and then they will have 3 players towards middle, 1 in Monster and 1 in con. Hulzerk on a good spawn goes for a con peek, and here he tries with the op to get the first kill, but misses the shot. And after this miss, both players in con need to make a decision. Who will try to win con control, since Hulzerk could have just smoked it off and held it from top con. Or Liquid's con player has to keep on pushing. And after the miss, Hulzerk realizes since Col only have 2 players on A to hold. Trying to win con but losing it couldn't be too ideal, since Complexity do not have water control, and he falls off, while Skulls will try to win control of Connector with a molotov in the stairs and take bottom con control, since the door is blown up and Naf is about to win water control. Complexity's A player are both focusing long, with Hulzerk repositioning to hold off long and make sure Liquid can't swing long. And then he has Elige in top of toilet holding the toilet entrance. Only issue is that Banana is open. But with only 2 players on A, you can't hold everything unless you go super passive and play towards site. But that is not how we can see Complexity play. And they will leave Banana open for now. But it is going slow, since Complexity has conditioned Liquid to always be ready for a fast play. And now when Complexity are slowing down, Liquid will do the same, since they will always worry about something fast or a player peeking.
This is the conditioning that's also been set by Complexity by going so aggressive.
Kinder goes for this utility set. A smoke towards toilet, and then a molotov that is supposed to land inside of divider, but it misses because he throws it too high. While Grim will walk back and hold Banana for Complexity to make sure A has no openings for the execute. Elige hears some noise in mid, and here goes for a peek, and this could have been great, since no one in Liquid are watching. Right before he peeks, an amazing timing, but here he finds a lot of damage but no kills. and this info is crucial for Complexity. What they know about Liquid now is that 2 players are low and where Liquid are most likely to be going. And here Liquid uses some utility towards side, but rather opts to fight and find 1-for-1 trades, as well as killing Floppy running up connector. Maybe a misplay by Floppy, he likely got the call that Liquid were pushing site and not thinking any players would be close. But Halsog finds 2 amazing kills on low time, and quickly a 3v2 for Liquid is now a 1v2, and Cadian is running back to save the AWP, and here JT finds him, since by now Complexity understand how important that AWP is.
And now Grim, it's his chance to step forward. Close to the bathrooms, Holzerg lying in wait as well, but it's only the one. HE over the top, can't find any of these low players. And Floppy comes around, but he's loud about it. Cadian gets his.
10 seconds, you got to get in there, you got to plant the bomb. Is it still difficult? Holzerg locking them out. JT completely denying anything, even though they're not getting the kills.
Liquid got their first round, so the score is not looking as bad with a 7-1. But there's always hope when you have such a strong trio on your team with Nuff, Ykinder and Twist. Complexity are switching up with Elige solo on A, still going for a fast play towards mid, and then they have 4 players towards B, who will Molotov water and smoke monster. While Liquid are going for 1 Molotov short, 1 smoke on the condor, and then they have 1 going fast playground, 1 in monster and 3 towards connector. So for Liquid, in the start they want to win a lot of map control early on. And this could be a problem for Elige, who is stuck here in the middle of 4 Liquid players. Elige, when he can't get anything done in middle and understands his time might be up soon, he will walk back to A site, and here Grim from B will join up to A after he's done trying to hit the spam through connector. But Liquid are still playing it very slow, and here rather wants to take their time and win map control and create a map of how to play it out. And this is why Elige can play alone solo, since Liquid are so slow. He will always have time to get some players to help him or to fall off. Liquid flashes toilet to take control of it, as well as using this smoke to be able to win banana control without any players from site being able to spot them. As well as this is generally a good lurking smoke. But some action has to happen, and here Liquid will bring the bomb to monster together with Nuff, and here Cadian will throw this amazing nose flash to blind Halzerk. And Nuff can find his kill, but what happened after I'm shocked. Towards monster, Complexity had 2 players, and that is their default. And here Floppy can trade back his favorite AWPer and honorary American. But why is Cadian not ready for this? It feels like he misses a crucial shot and is spammed down to half HP, and is not even able to do anything back. It feels like a massive misplay about calls or just position in general by the monster players. As well as this leads Liquid long player to try to do something, and here just runs out into Elige, who can easily get this kill and get the man advantage. Due to the bomb now being spotted in monster, Liquid will try to take A site, and here they have Twist and Skulls ready in toilet and banana for this. Grim sees Twist and peeks out, and here just holds for his former teammate. But Complexity are making a lot of noise when JT rotates up to help his team on A. And since Liquid had con control, they could have rotated fast, so why did they not do it? Well, it's a 3v4, so they will still need to find the last player on B. And that is not easy with low time, and they have to go on A. Grim is found and backside is Molotov. It's all up to JT on site and Elige on long. Twist finds a great opening, but again a misplay in the position happens for Liquid. They knew about Elige since he made a lot of steps, and Skulls even saw him fall off and nade from long, as well as getting a kill. So when taking site, why are they not ready? As well as the spacing of Liquid is awful. Skulls block the player who's trying to plant the bomb, and this leads to 1 player not even having a gun out. And here Elige finds 3 kills to give Complexity another round where they did not have the man advantage.
Through Elige is still out towards long, a time in history, but Twist's headshots are not. Elige, no! Elige!
Complexity are now on the T side, and here they will start the round with a smoke towards con door and then a Molotov towards short. They are sending 1 player towards short, 1 in con to gather information and 3 in middle. And then 2 flashes up middle to force any players pushing behind the ramp smoke to fall off again. While Liquid are going 2 players on A, using early mid control utility towards ramp to freeze Complexity behind it, as well as then having 3 towards B using a smoke for monster and a nade for the con door. As well as Twist using the advantage that the bush here is hollow, and throws a Molotov down here. Something I've not seen before, and this frees up 1 Molotov for the B players, a great way to play in the setup, with usually Molotov monster. Why I say usually? Well, Twist fails it, and hits the beam over monster, and this is crucial. This one starts how we saw Liquid and Complexity did when they were on different sides. But Complexity here rather waits out the utility in ramp and do not want to waste any smokes and more to take back middle. And here uses the 2 flashes to do it for them. A different, but I would argue it's the better way of doing this, rather than how we saw Liquid do it. But look at Floppy. A Molotov has missed, and that is the short tunnel Molotov. This allows Floppy to save his smoke and rather just walk up on short. Floppy walks up here and finds Skulls, who is not ready, and he must have thought this was being held, or he just did not expect anyone to be up so fast, a crucial mistake when it comes to positioning on his side. Since he as well fails to jump up to barrel 3 times before he gets there, and by then it's too late to throw it since Floppy is so far out. In the meantime, we can see how passively Liquid are playing on A, and here Complexity uses this to take full long control with 3 players. And these have the bomb, something that might be risky to do if spotted too early or too late for rotations. Complexity has Elige jump spotting, and then they will use this lurk smoke. This allows you to walk up towards long for a side take, as well as just block crucial information to the CT player of what is even happening at long. Floppy wants to use the attention this smoke has taken to lurk out, but here the Danish IGL is ready, and with a good position is able to kill Floppy and give Liquid the man advantage. Complexity wants to use the lurk smoke on long, and here Halzerk will use these flashes to force Twist, who was holding long, back to the truck. And when the execute is on, with Complexity Molotoving bank, and here quickly we are seeing some trades. But due to both teams being too far apart to trade effectively, it's quickly a 2v4 in Liquid's favor. With only 10 seconds left on the clock, how can Complexity win this? Well, Liquid has all of their players backside, which in theory would allow Complexity to just plant, but Complexity can use this to their advantage, since Liquid has to run up and swing into them. And here Grim finds 2 kills, pushing him, a massive fail by Liquid to not be more coordinated, and then Elige in the 1v2 deals with the AWPer and only has to kill Skulls, who was 8 HP left after his early fight against Floppy.
But Nat and Twist are stepping up. Grim gets one back, it's Grim and Elige. And Grim again gets a kill, Elige in the clutch. The first is Elige's, and Yakinda is so damn low, and Elige puts him even lower.
Liquid won round 18, and in a game where Complexity always have had the economy advantage, while they're going into Tech-9s and Deagles only in this round, and this is the round that ruined Liquid's chance to qualify for the major. Complexity early on have very little utility with 1 smoke and a flash, and here Complexity are going 3 players middle and 2 in con. And now we can see the flash being used to flash any players peeking middle to open it up for Complexity to take mid without having to deal with a Liquid player. Liquid are set up with 2 players towards A using the default utility to win map control and ramp control early, as well as Cadian using this cheeky nade over the wall to try to do some damage. And here on B, Liquid are 3 players. And here they will smoke Monster, Molotov Water and break the door with a nade. This one starts fast. Yakinda, who early on had to fall off due to the flash, goes to Banana to try to get the first kill and fall off. But this backfires, since Complexity have the first player jumping out of con to ruin Yakinda's crosshair placement. And then he will be swung and pushed by 2 players, and Complexity has gotten the opening they were looking for. Then Cadian, the last original A player, hits a nice shot, but instead of falling off, he stays to try to get even more kills. And here he's run down by Tech-9s after he misses 2 crucial shots. Twist tries to do a solo play, but this backfires since he is completely alone on site, and just like that with some pistols, Complexity wins a crucial round to ruin Liquid's economy and secure themselves match point. And the star of the round is JT, MVP level 1 taps from the IGL.
The flames, the nades.
Kinder's spray doesn't work out though, Grim gets the kill. And Cadian needs to step up because he is the only one here. This is the second shot, now he's gonna get overwhelmed. He just kept fighting forward. Twist at least is able to step in, but JT's Deagle is doing everything. Oh, it is doing everything!
For the last round of the breakdown, I only want to show you how Complexity wins this 2v4. So let's fast forward to the 30-second mark on the timer. It's a 2v4, but Complexity have the better guns, with an AWP and M4, while Liquid has 3 rifles and a Deagle. On paper, Liquid has a 99% chance to win this round. But let's look deeper into this. Complexity has only 1 smoke and 1 flash left, while Liquid has 1 flash, 1 nade and 1 smoke, so utility-wise Liquid can't really rely too much on it. The other is Liquid's positioning. They have 2 players still on B and 2 who are just waiting here, so they're giving Complexity a lot of room to move around in. And remember, Overpass A site has some zones, and whoever controls those in a retake, well, they will win the round usually. And when looking at site, Liquid has none of the zones properly, and we can see Complexity are trying their hardest to win these zones fast, with Elige taking the zone towards Dumpster and peeking it for info. This is crucial. He spots 1 player and this allows Halzerk to know where to plant and get ready for the retake. The reason he plants truck and not default is that Complexity have no clue if Liquid could have a player behind and why he opts to plant truck. It's just safer, but this makes it so to stop the bomb defuse is much harder. So how can you deal with that? Well, one word: fight. Hudger plans, and right away, since the stairs is smoked, he goes for a fight towards bank, and here he finds a 1-for-1 trade. And now the timer on the smoke he threw is starting to tick away, and he has to do something. But the push bank is too risky, and here we'll jump towards default and find one more kill, and the timing here from bird's eye view. Look at how lucky this is. He gets safe behind the boxes on site before Ykinder runs out to try to find him. And Hudger gets his 3rd kill on Ykinder as well. And just like that, it's Cadian left in a 1v2. Insane to see how Liquid managed to throw 2 rounds in a row due to awful coordination and bad team play.
He's recovered an AK and he might be what ends it, but Holzak's firing that first shot, looking for the second. And Holzak continues his reign of dominance. Elige with the killing blow, and Complexity are going to Copenhagen.
The major system Valve have in place is a failed experiment. We are always seeing this in majors. Look at how Vitality won the last CSGO major. For the entire run of the playoffs, they never faced the top 5 team at all. Grand Final, Gamer Legion ranked 22nd at the time. Semi-final, Apex 19. Quarterfinal, Into the Breach ranked 28 at the time. But it gets even worse. In the Legend stage, they faced Monte ranked 13th, G2 ranked 4th, and ENCE ranked 8th at the time. And this is what happened to NA. The 3 best teams of North America, Furia, Complexity and Liquid, all played each other. Something that should never have happened. While a team like Legacy, who made the major, faced Pain, 37, Nouns, 52, MIBR, 25, and M80, 38. Not a single top 20 team. While Liquid had to face Bestia, 49, Furia number 16, Boss number 59, and Complexity number 13. And Complexity had to face Elevate, 58, Boss 59, Furia 16, and Liquid 21. So as we can see, the major run was not fair for everyone in this format. So what is the best way forward? In my head, it's to use the HLTV ranking, even though it's not perfect. But this will give you the result for the whole year and not just looking at an outdated ranking system. We could talk about the players and point fingers, but that is not the right decision. Let's rather say it like this: Liquid need to work on their communication, team play, and playing off each other. That should be their main objectives going forward. Since on paper this is a great team that should be in a major. If you put this team up, Cadian is a top 5 IGL over the last few years. Ykinder is an amazing entry, at one point one of the best entries in the world. Twist is a first-class star player. Naf is one of the best flex players in the world, and Skulls is one of the brightest stars from a scene that already has so many. Well, that is my 2 cents. Congratulations to Complexity, and I hope to see Liquid rise from this. Here are 2 videos you do tell me you would like. Bye.